Hey, hi again, everyone. Welcome to Softball on Classic Hits 97.7. This is Senior Day today, is that correct? All right, Senior Day going to be celebrated here today as the Mangum Lady Tigers getting ever so closer to closing out the regular season. And they'll take on the Lady Wildcats of Carnegie here this afternoon on what will probably be a high-scoring affair. The wind is blowing out. And we saw the junior high ball game, and certainly nothing against the junior high kids, but when they're tattooing them off the wall, you know that the wind is blowing hard, and it is blowing out. So this should be a fun one. Plenty of scoring in this one. And as we mentioned, we are celebrating senior night here, and they've done a great job of finding old pictures of the kids, and that's a relative term when you talk about something that's 16 years or 17 years old, but a good job of getting the older pictures of the kiddos and putting up there. Lauren Hayden leads it off here for Carnegie. She'll take a ball. 1-0. Maddie Lively is the pitcher. She's got a different catcher here this afternoon, Sydney Webb, in the lineup defensively, and the idea is that Sydney usually hits better when she is playing defense. There's a cold strike, and the count is 1-1 now on the leadoff hitter, Lauren Hayden. Hayden will be followed by Carson Harrison and then Adrian Manzanero. Pitch taken for a ball. Count now 2-1 on Hayden. Over at first base, Sydney Webb. Here's a 2-1 pitch on the way. Little line drive in the left field. That'll be a base hit. So the leadoff runner aboard here in inning number 1 for Carnegie. And again, we'll see a bunch of hitting here this afternoon. Janie Worthington, Alicia Tockefer, and Rosa Martinez, 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup. Followed by Jada Silk, Kinsey Hogan, and Rachel Willis, 7, 8, 9. There's a little ground ball towards third. Tyler Panetta will set, fire to first. In time, getting by a step. Carson Harrison on the fielder's choice. Good job by Tyler Panetta. Good strong arm there, 5-3. Harrison retired. Moving up to second on the fielder's choice will be Lauren Hayden. She's there with one gone here in inning number 1. So you already know over there at third base you will find Tyler Panetta. Dusty Pence is the shortstop. Get the outfield for you here in a minute as Manzanero takes a ball. 1-0 on Adrian. 1-0 pitch on the way. Off the end of the bat, looping line drive into center field. It gets by the center fielder, rolls all the way to the wall. Scoring from second base on the play with the first run of the contest will be Lauren Hayden, and it's a 1-0 contest. So Manzanero with a double to center field and an RBI. And Kyra Hussey, it's got to be something that's tough all afternoon long. Do you play deep? Do you play shallow? Do you break in on that ball? Do you stay back? And that time just kind of got caught in between. So 1 on, 1 out, 1 across here in the first inning. And the pitch taken high for a ball. 1-0 on the left-handed hitting, Janie Worthington. 1-0 pitch to Worthington. And again, that gets caught up in the jet stream, and it's 2-0. Kayla Race out in left field. J.C. Nippert in center. The rover here this afternoon, Kyra Hussey. There's a fly ball into right field, and battling the sun and battling the wind and having it fall in front of her, Nicole Rogers. And that will be a long single. Now they're going to send the runner from third. And, boy, big mistake there. Thrown out easily. At home plate was Manzanero, and her coach not happy with her. Worthington with a single. She'll take second base on the throw. And a great relay throw. Rogers to home. 2 gone. And Manzanero may have run them out of a big inning. Here's Alicia Tockefer. The pitch to Tockefer taken for a ball. Count 1-0 on Tockefer. So a runner now at second base. That's Worthington, but there are 2 gone. Little ground ball back to the pitcher. Lively will flip to first, and the inning will come to an end just like that. The base running error really costly for Carnegie in their half of inning number 1. They do come up with 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors, and a runner left on board. And after a half inning of play, it is 1-0. Mangum coming to bat on Classic Hits 97.7.
Nights 5 to 8, and now they cater too. Enjoy Melvin soon. Call 782-3711. New owners Steve and Susan Kyle.
The date for the big fall special sale at the Hobart Stockyards is set for Saturday, November 17th. You need to wheat pasture calves, or you want to sell some, call Rex. We're going to have lots of great consignments. Want to consign or ask questions? Rex's number, 580-331-8547, 331-8547. Again, that big sale, special sale, Saturday, November 17th. We'll serve lunch, so write the date down. Saturday, November 17th, Hobart Stockyards, where, like Rex always says, we want your business, and we sure appreciate your business.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Nicole Rogers set to lead it off here for Mangum in their half of inning number one. They trail 1-0. It'll be Rogers, Dusty Pence, and Haven Gilbert. Then Sarah Rogers, Sydney Webb, and Kyra Hussey. Maddie Lively, Tyler Panetta, Kayla Reese, and J.C. Nippert. So it's, wow, everything is just falling here today, Katie, as the first pitch taken inside for a ball. 1-0 on Nicole. Rogers, Pence, and Gilbert to lead it off. I knocked over the what do you call it? Blower. Pitch illegal, 2-0. And I was afraid maybe I broke it, and I'm quoting now. Katie Carney said, don't worry about it. Coach Hussey's got plenty of hot air. He uses that machine to blow things off. He can do it without it. I'm just quoting, Coach. 2-0 now on Rogers. Sarah looks at one outside for a ball. 3-0 now on Sarah Rogers. Mangum hosting the district on Thursday. We'll have those games for you here on Classic Hits 97.7. Boy, 3-0 pitch. You're swinging away. You better get a base hit. And Sarah will. Now she's going to try to stretch it into two. Slides in safely. And a good job there by Sarah Rogers. Rogers swinging 3-0. Got it off the glove of the shortstop, Lauren Hayden, and then just kept running. So she's in scoring position now. I think we're going to give her a single on that play. And then took second base. Well, I don't know. I guess you got to give her a double. Here's Dusty. Pence takes ball one downstairs. Pence, one of those that is being celebrated here today as a senior. I got tickled. Mattingly Carney looking at the picture of Dusty and saying, look at her. She's got her eyes closed and swinging hard. Which, as opposed to Maddie, who closes her eyes and begs for money all the time. Ball two to Dusty, 2-0 now on Pence. Set the defense for Carnegie here in a moment. A little fly ball into shallow center field. Nobody going to get there. Rogers had to hold up. Now she'll take third base. And on the throw in, Dusty to second. So a seeing eye single there for Dusty Pence. She's aboard. She's at second. Sarah Rogers is at first. And here's Haven Gilbert. And I said Sarah Rogers is at first. That's obviously Nicole. And Sarah waits in the on-deck circle. Pitch to Gilbert, taken for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Haven. Haven has really improved her game this year and has been a certainly bright spot for Coach Carney. 0-1 pitch on the way. Gilbert, high fly ball, center field. Center fielder going back, and wave that ball goodbye! As if on cue, Gilbert with a 3-run home run here in inning number one, and it has given her club a 3-0 lead. We talked about the wind blowing out, and certainly it is. And almost blowing to straightaway center. Gilbert got that one up in the jet stream to right center field and got it out of here. So Mangum gets the run back that they gave up in the top half of the frame and get two more in return. 3-1 for Sarah Rogers. Sarah, one of those seniors. Rogers takes outside for a ball. The count 1-0 on Sarah. Glad you could join us on Classic Hits 97.7 and on Facebook Live and on OKSports.tv. 1-0 pitch. Cole striking the count level at 1-1. I believe I have heard a Chad Fox sighting in the afternoons on Classic Hits 97.7. Get some of that Michael in the morning stuff. Chad in the afternoon. This pitch is deep. The count at 2-1. I've also heard rumor that there may be a femme fatale that is on the air during the middays. Still working on that contract with her. 2-1 pitch. Deep to Sarah, and the count is 3-1 on Rogers. Sydney Webb waiting in the on-deck circle. 3-1 pitch on the way from Jada Silk. Smack back towards center field, and that'll be a base hit for Rogers. So Nicole hits on a 3-0 pitch, Sarah on a 3-1 pitch, and both on board for Sydney Webb. And again, this is a Sydney Webb kind of day. Hot, humid, ball carrying extremely well. Mangum already on top 3-1. Nobody out and a runner at second base. First pitch to Webb, taken for a strike, and that's good patience by Sydney. She probably had the take side all the way, and Webb somehow laying off that pitch. I'm taking a hack at that one right there and running polls after the game. I don't care. That one was too good. 0-1 pitch on the way to Webb. Sydney takes outside for a ball. The count level at 1-1. I don't know about you, but whoever scheduled Monday on tax day should be ashamed of themselves. Because it's been that kind of day at the DHS of love. 2-1 pitch. Webb, line shot, base hit, center field. Sarah had to hold up. Richard going to wave her anyhow. And Rogers will score the fourth run of the ballgame. RBI single to center field for Sydney Webb. And Mangum has extended the lead now to 4-1. Good piece of hitting there by Sydney. Didn't try to do too much with it. And whacked it into center field for a base hit.
Courtesy runner, Jade Laughlin.
Jade Laughlin, our courtesy runner for Sydney, as she's catching here this afternoon. First pitch on the way. Taken for a strike. Kyra Hussey down on the count 0-1.
It looks like looking at you in the mirror, doesn't it? It is.
0-1 pitch all the way now from Jada Silk to Kyra Hussey. Line shot right at the second baseman. Catch the ball or be killed. Good job there by Rosa Martinez, as Martinez had one smoked right at her, and she made the play for out number 1. Boy, Hussey hit it right on the button, but right at the second baseman Martinez for out number 1. First pitch to Lively, taken for a ball on the count on Maddie, 1-0. Maddie can certainly help her cause here. Jade Laughlin, the courtesy runner, over at first. One gone in the first, and Mangum on top 4-1. Lively takes a strike, and the count level at 1-1. Kind of a rough weekend for, not actually weekend, just a rough Friday for Mangum, as they dropped the pair at the Day Old Festival. And then got, of course, rained out on Saturday, right? Yeah. Count out 2-1 on Maddie. Talked about districts coming up on Thursday here. Fairview and Watonga coming to town for that event. Count 3-1 on Lively. See what she does here. Maddie going to take ball 4. I thought that was ball 4. Apparently not. All right, so we'll go 3-1. Try to get a count here from Bill Ferguson. Didn't give us one. Pitch on the way. That's ball 4. So maybe a 6-pitch sequence there with an extra ball thrown in. But nonetheless, Mangum with runners at first and second. Still just one down. And this is Tyler Panetta, another courtesy runner. And this time it will be in the person of Keely Hussey, rather. First pitch on the way to Tyler Panetta. Taken for a ball on the count. 1-0 on Tyler. Made a nice play at third base in the top half of the inning. On the defensive side. Haven't seen a lot of playing time this year, so any chance she gets, take advantage of it. 1-0 pitch, little looping line drive into center field. That'll be a base hit. Let's see if they send the runner. Yes, rounding third and headed for home. standing up the courtesy runner, Jade Laughlin. And Mangum's got another one on the board, and they now lead it 5-1. So an RBI single for Tyler Panetta. That'll put runners in first and second, still just one gone. Keely Hussey out at second base, a courtesy runner. And the first pitch here to Kayla Reese outside for a ball, 1-0 on Kayla. District play beginning on Thursday. Fairview and Watauga will play at 1 o'clock. Mangum will play the loser of that ball game at 2:30, and then play the winner of the first game at 4 o'clock. And if they've won both of those contests, they can play at 5 and in the tournament. Ground ball underneath the glove of the shortstop, Hayden, into left field. Richard going to hold everybody. So an error on the shortstop has loaded the bases here for Mangum in inning number 1. Kayla Reese is aboard. Reese is at first and second. And the courtesy runner, Keely Hussey, over there at third base. And conversation now going to take place out of the field with Carnegie's head coach McKenzie and her group. We'll take a timeout as well. Mangum on top. They lead it 5-1. Bases loaded, one gone here in the first on Classic Hits 97.7.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Oh, I've got a laugh on this one here as Wynn Webb putting on the Facebook page talking about his daughter, of course, behind the dish, and it says, watch out, Yadier Molina, you could be replaced. I like that. That's good. That's good, Webb. I like that. That's classic. I'm going to use that at some point. So the conversation over with, and Mangum is batted around here in the bottom half of inning number 1. First pitch to J.C. Nippert, taken for a ball, and the count 1-0. Mangum with 5 across already. Bases loaded, just one gone. On a rocket hit to second base. That's the only out of the contest. Nippert takes outside for ball 2, 2-0. Kyra Hussey could not have hit it any harder than she did. But again, Rosa Martinez over at second makes the play, or the ball goes through the middle of her chest, and she's got a giant hole. 2-0 pitch on the way here. Nippert swinging away. Fly ball left field. Takafer has it go over her head. Coming in to score Hussey from third. That's Keeley rounding the bag and headed for home. For Mangum will be Panetta. And Nippert winds up at second base with a double, stand-up double. She chases home the courtesy runner, Hussey. Panetta scores as well. Reese will wind up at third. And as we mentioned, 2 RBI on the double there for J.C. Nippert. 7-1. Back to the top we go, Nicole Rogers. Rogers doubled her first time around. It was a hustle double. Takes a strike here in the count 0-1.
You've already had a cheeseburger and candy and 2 popsicles I know of.
Bases second and third. One gone. Inside to Nicole, rather, in the level of the count at 1-1. By the way, Sydney, your dad said that about you, not me. Comparing you to Yadier Molina. Well, it's not a bad comparison. Talk about great defensive catchers. Wow. 1-1 pitch. A little bit deep for a ball. And the count now 2-1. Good speed out on the base pass. Reese at third. Nippert at second. 2-1 pitch on the way here. Rogers, line drive towards short, bobbled. Throw to first, not going to be nearly in time. And it gets airmailed into the dugout. So E6 on the play. Taking second will be Rogers. Give her an RBI. Scoring, Reese from third base with the RBI. And then the throwing error, allowing Nippert to come in. Meantime, they're going to take a look at Lauren Hayden. She's had a tough time there at shortstop, and that ball came up and just ate her up. I think it got underneath the mask. She wears one of those masks, yeah, and she's showing Coach that, yeah, it got me up underneath the chin there. Looks like Lauren going to be okay, but nonetheless, That'll rattle your teeth a little bit. Now they're going to send her over to third base, and Carson Harrison, who was at third, moves to short. So those two will just simply flip-flop, and no change in the batting order. Here's Dusty Pence. Pence singled and scored her first time in this inning. Mangum, 9 already with a runner at second base, and still just one out. Here's the pitch to Dusty. Pence had a notion, laid it off of it, and it's 0-1 on Pence. Baseball team in action across town this afternoon. Boy, Mike Wentz team playing really good baseball. Goodness. 0-1 pitch on the way here. Pence takes inside for a ball. And the count level at 1-1. We've got time. We'll get the rankings for you from the OSSAA. Not, of course, you'll have them tomorrow morning with Michael in the morning on Classic Hits 97.7. Free plug. 1-1 pitch. Called strike two, and suddenly the strike zone became quite expansive. So it's a 2-2 count on Dusty. And, 1-2 actually on Dusty. She's laying in the weeds here for something, and she can drive. Pitch on the way. It's flat. And now that'll run it to 2-2. 2-2 count on Dusty Pence with a runner out at second base and one gone here in inning number 1. Mangum on top, 9-1. Pitch inside for a ball. The count now full on Dusty and 3-2. And we do have a moment. We'll pull those baseball rankings up. And Tigers all the way up to number 5 this week, 23-4 on the year. Silo, Oktaha, Calera, Dale in front of Mangum. Pence swinging, fly ball center field. That ball's carrying. It's still carrying, and now it carries away. Gone! Dusty Pence, a 2-run home run here in inning number 1. That is the second home run of the frame. And now Mangum has 11 runs in the inning. And they're far from being done as Haven Gilbert will step in. Gilbert, a home run earlier in the ballgame, a 3-run shot for Haven. So, on a windy afternoon, as they so often do, Mangum simply bludgeoning the softball here this afternoon. Talked about Mike Wynn's team. They're playing this afternoon against Hollis. Cold strike here on Haven Gilbert. Gilbert down in the count 0-1. Haven 1 for 1 in the inning. She belted a 3-run home run her first time around. 0-1 pitch on the way to Gilbert. Had a notion, took it for a strike, and it's 0-2 on Haven. Up 11-1. Richard probably won't say a whole lot, but I don't know that he would agree with that call there. 0-2 pitch on the way now to the Mangum first baseman. Line shot, base hit, left center field. Gilbert 2 for 2 in the ball game. And that'll bring Sarah Rogers to the plate. Talked about rankings, and Mangum girls ranked number 9 in this week's poll, 21-10 on the year. Dale, Silo, Stroud, Howe, Calera, Prague, Valiant, Oktaha in front of them. Washington at number 10. They're 17-12 on the year. So here's Sarah Rogers. Rogers is single and a run scored her first time around. Takes outside for a ball. 1-0 on Sarah. Talked about Mangum and District coming up on Thursday. And then the Lady Tigers will have 3 more regular season games after that. There's a high fly ball into left field, and that's up in the jet stream. And wave it goodbye! 2-run home run for Sarah Rogers. Mangum now beginning to tee off as they just continue to score at will. So Sarah makes it 13-1. Still just one gone in the inning, and the only out, a line shot Kyra Hussey hit at the second baseman. Lady Tigers will play a pair of bowl games tomorrow at Cash. They'll take on Cash number 20 in the 5A Bowl. And then do battle with, we talked about Washington, 4A Washington tomorrow in that second ball game. District coming up on Thursday. And then the regular season will close out next week at home against Elk City, or at least that's what the schedule says. Cold strike, and the count 0-1 on Sydney Webb, or as her new nickname is, Yadier. 0-1 pitch on the way here. Taken for a ball on the count 1-1. And Katie, I guess part of that, if Elk City is still alive and still playing softball, whether we will play the Elkettes here. And if not, Richard may scramble and try to find somebody else to play on that Monday before regionals get underway later on in the week. 1-1 pitch on the way here, inside the Webb, and a count now 2-1. I have to be honest with you, I haven't been following baseball statistics all that closely. I was startled yesterday when I found out that Cody Bellinger of the LA Dodgers has got 9 home runs already, and there is a home run right there, as if on cue, for Sydney Webb. So Webb, I kind of thought maybe that's where we were going with it, so why not? Bellinger with 9 in the major leagues, and Mangum with their 4th already in the ballgame. And they've extended the lead down to 14-1. 3 home runs in the last 4 at-bats, and a home run prior by Haven Gilbert in the inning. And now we're going to get a pitching change, it would appear. Left-hander going to come in and pitch now for the Lady Cats. They trailed 14-1, still just 1 out. We're still in the first inning. Mangum bludgeoning the softball on Classic Hits 97.7.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma. Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum specializes in reliable used vehicles. Here are a couple of examples of what's on the lot right now. Check out this GMC Sierra HD 4x4 Crew Cab SLE package 6-point gas V8 priced at $26,500. Or this 2016 Chrysler Town & Country Touring Edition fully loaded including leather just $15,900. Now's the time to visit Jamie Turner at 129 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. He's serving your automobile experience.
The new pitcher, and we're going to go to Katie because she's a teacher and they're always good at hieroglyphics. We know it's Vivian, the last name? Dirion, okay. That's what I'm going with. If it's wrong,
blame it on me.
Katie Bowen Carney. Okay. And then you wonder why Katie is getting gray hair because Mattingly just walks by with her 3rd bomb pop of the afternoon. Base is empty now. Here's Kyra Hussey. Hussey lined out in the inning. The only out of the ball game so far for Mangum. Takes outside 1-0 on Kyra. And again, Kyra hit it on the button just right at the second baseman. Don't you know she's chomping at the bit to get one up in the jet stream here. Good patience, though. Takes outside for ball 2, 2-0. Mangum on top 14-1. We're here in the first inning. 2-0 pitch on the way. Hussey. Fly ball center field. Kyra, did she get enough of it? She did! Home run! Kyra Hussey. So Hussey a home run, solo shot. Mangum, 4 of the last 5 batters have hit home runs. Remind me what Sarah Rogers did in the inning.
Home run.
She did, didn't she? So Dusty Pence a home run, Sarah Rogers a home run, Sydney Webb a home run, Kyra Hussey a home run. Haven Gilbert a single. Last 5 batters. Not bad work if you can get it. 15-1 now, Mangum on top. Maddie Lively. Lively takes deep for a ball, 1-0 on Lively. Mangum looking for their 22nd win of the year and appear to be well on their way there, although wind blowing out, you never know what can happen. Lively gets excited, pops one up in the shallow center field. Willa's coming on, and she'll make the play for out number 2. So 2 gone now for the Lady Tigers here in inning number 1. And Lively in the frame, 1 for 2. Here's Tyler Panetta. Panetta, a single, RBI, and a run scored her first time around in the inning. First pitch on the way to Tyler. A little bit deep for ball 1, 1-0. It's going to be one of those innings where it'll take me a moment to total up the number of hits. 1-0 pitch taken for a strike, and it's 1-1 on Panetta. "12 hits in the inning, and now make it 13. That's a little looping single into center field. Panetta 2 for 2 in the frame. And Mangum with a runner aboard now for Kayla Reese. Reese reached on an error her first time around. She's 0 for 1. 2 errors in the inning. 15 runs. Have we got that right, Katie? Yeah. Illegal pitch there. High and outside for a ball. 1-0. Saturday, one of those days before the Masters came on and flipping channels. And I don't know, somewhere on the 18,000 channels we have on the Dish Network, Bull Durham was playing. Just a bit outside. Or no, that was Major League, I'm sorry, with the Wild Thing, Charlie Sheen. 2-0 pitch outside for ball 3, 3-0. Bull Durham was on over the weekend as well. Now let's see if Kayla Reese is taking here. 3-0, her club leading 15-1 in the first. Runner at first base and 2 gone. And the 3-0 pitch, ball 4. How about that for Reese? That's some discipline right there. Panetta goes to second. Kayla's at first. Mangum has batted around not once, but twice in the inning. When J.C. Nippert steps in, Nippert a double, run scored, and an RBI her first time around. Nippert looks inside for a ball. The count 1-0 on J.C. And you know she's looking to get one up in the jet stream as well. One-0 pitch. Inside for a ball. The count 2-0. Hard to believe. 17 days away from the state tournament. May 1st, right? Wednesday, May 1st, yeah. Here we are, the 15th of April. Pitch taken for a strike, and it's 2-1 now on Nippert. Well, when you're up 15-1, you don't want to be the one that makes the last out of the inning. That's ball 3, illegal pitch there, and it's 3-1. Those pitches so far out of the zone that no way Bill can even help out the pitcher. 3-1 out. Oop. Well, it's a ball 4, yeah. She dropped the ball. They're going to call it? Bill says, no, not going to. That should have been, no, they're not going to. It should have been ball 4. That's actually a balk. There's ball 4 anyhow. It doesn't make any difference. And I guess they wouldn't have maybe called it a ball. They just would have let the base runners advance. But, again, 6 one way, half a dozen the other. So back to the top of the order we go. Nicole Rogers batting for the 3rd time here in inning number 1. Rogers takes deep. Ball 1 on Nicole. Rogers been on board both times, reached on an error, drove in a run, and has scored twice. Thought about going the other way, takes it for a strike, and the count 1-1 on Nicole. Lisa Wilson checking out the broadcast, as is Michelle Rogers-Huckabee. Ground ball to second. Martinez will flip this short. The ball going to be bobbled, and everybody going to be safe. Coming in to score on the play is Panetta. Reese will go to third. Nippert to second. And on base for the 3rd time in the inning will be Nicole Rogers. Here's Dusty Pence. Pence got a single and a home run and has scored twice. Bats with a couple of runners aboard here in inning number 1. Mangum has batted around twice, +1. 22 batters to home plate in the first inning. Pence, ground ball to short, and it goes over her glove into left field. And another run will sound doing his best to try to call off the dog as he'll hold Nipper at third base. So JC at third, Nicole Rogers to second, Dusty at first. 2 gone for Haven Gilbert. Gilbert, 3-run home run, a single, and a run scored. Takes deep for a ball, 1-0. At some point, Richard probably will have somebody leave the base too early to get this thing over with if it doesn't happen here. What a pitch deep for ball 2-0. 17-1, Mangum leads. We are in inning number 1. Carnegie got the first run of the ball game, and then 17 unanswered. That one is inside out towards right field, and the catch going to be made by Kinsey Hogden, and the inning will finally come to a close. But not before Mangum comes up with 17 runs. There were 4 errors, a couple of runners left on base, and 13 hits to boot. We played one. Mangum 17, Carnegie 1, Classic Hits 97.7.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Courtsview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen, when you're enjoying ball this fall, stack up on the best ribeye steaks money can buy from Courtsview. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course, they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Courtsview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stone cutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Second baseman Rosa Martinez leads it off here in the second for Carnegie. She's ahead in the count 2-0. Thought about it and took it for a strike in the count now. 2-1. Katie's got 1-2. Let's see what Bill Ferguson says. Pitch on the way here. Martinez off the fist towards third, and Panetta will make the catch for out number 1. Doesn't make any difference what the count was. So a good job there by Tyler. She's made a couple of nice plays defensively. The thing that makes that play hard is that big, healthy cut by Martinez doesn't make good contact with the ball. You're not sure how fast or how far it's going to go. Plus, the wind is pushing it as well. So, I like the play by Panetta there for out number 1. Here's Jada Silk. Silk started out pitching. Now is the designated hitter. Ground ball to Panetta off of her. She's got time. Tyler sets, throws, and not in time. And, boy, I tell you what, did they get her? Ooh, Jada Silk turned the wrong way, and they slapped a late tag on her. Bill Ferguson looking into the old press box saying, yeah, I think they tagged her out. So Silk will give her a single on the play. She's aboard with 1 gone. That'll bring Kinsey Hogden to the plate. Hogden, ground ball back to the pitcher. She'll flip to second for 1, to first in time for the double play, and a good job of pitching that time, and a better job defensively by Maddie Lively. Lively to Pence to Gilbert. 1-6-4, and the inning-ending double play will take us to the bottom half of inning number 2. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left on board. We've played an inning and a half. Mangum 17, Carnegie 1, Classic Hits 97.7.
For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers.
And I was trying to find the forecast for a little bit later on in the week. They had said originally, the National Weather Service, could be some storms on Wednesday. Then they backed off that, and I don't know that they haven't reintroduced those as Sarah Rogers takes for a strike and a count 0-1 on Sarah. Rogers has already batted twice. He's got a single and a home run, scored a couple of runs, takes a ball here, and the count on Rogers is 1-1. One pitch on the way to Sarah. That'll be ball two, high and out of the zone. I don't know how many of you have gone on my Facebook page, Michael in the Morning, and checked it out, but if you haven't, please do so. And then do yourself a favor and find that WD-40 ad from 1964. That has been shared 330 times now since we posted it last week. And I suppose it was legitimate. If it wasn't, people love it nonetheless. 3-1 pitch, ball four. Rogers aboard for the third time in the ball game. Here comes Sydney Webb. Webb scored twice, got a single, RBI, and a home run, a solo shot. Wind pushing towards center and left center field, and it is a warm, humid day, so the ball carrying extremely well. First pitch on the way to Webb. Taking for a strike, and it's 0-1. And if you watch the Masters this weekend, you heard them talk more than once about how at Augusta, Georgia, it was gray and warm and windy, and how well the golf ball traveled. We've seen that with the softball, and watch this one travel towards left field and over the, off the top of the wall. Rogers rounding third, but Richard going to hold her right there. Sydney strolls into second base with a stand-up double. Boy, she just missed a home run by an eyelash. That one got up in the jet stream and thought it was going to carry out of here, but it hit off the top of the wall. So she's got a double. And that puts runners at second and third now for Kyra Hussey. Hussey, a line out and a home run in inning number one. Kyra looking to do more damage here. Her club leading 17-1. That's a ball, and the count 1-0 on Kyra. Calling for a 30 to 40% chance of thunderstorms late in the day on Wednesday and again Wednesday night. Hussey takes outside for a ball, 2-0 on Kyra. Great rain on Saturday. It was a cold rain, but a great rain nonetheless. A couple of inches at our house. Hussey looks at a pitch outside for ball 3-0. A relatively strong front that will move through on Wednesday as well. We'll have sunshine on Thursday, but the high will only be 65. Pitch on the way here to Kyra. She'll take ball four, load the bases, nobody out here in inning number two, and Mangum leading 17-1. Maddie Lively, opportunity to help herself here now. Maddie walked and flied out. In inning number one, she's 0 for 1 officially, got a run scored. Or at least her position does, as there was a courtesy runner for Maddie. Takes a strike here, 0-1. Prom coming up this Saturday at Mangum. I know that because last Saturday, or the last year when prom occurred, yours truly wrecked his pickup. High fly ball, center field. Gone! Maddie Lively has just wrecked the softball for a grand slam. So Lively getting one up in the jet stream and getting it out of here. That's the 6th home run of the ball game for Mangum. That one with the bases loaded. So 4 RBI for Maddie with one swing of the bat. And here's Tyler Panetta. Panetta, 2 for 2. Couple of singles, 2 runs scored. Got an RBI as well. As Casey Kasem once said, the hits just keep on coming. Panetta takes deep for ball 1, 1-0 on Tyler. Haven Gilbert with a home run. Dusty Pence has one. Sarah Rogers, Sydney Webb, Kyra Hussey, and now Maddie Lively. Pitch downstairs for a ball. 2-0 on Tyler. What's up, Chief? Oh, if I was any better, I'd be you. 2-0 pitch on the way here. Panetta, line shot, base hit, center field. Tyler 3 for 3 in the ball game with 3 singles. 21-1, Mangum on top as we play here in inning number 2. And this is one of those things that, honestly, probably Richard doesn't enjoy being on the end that he is, and he's got the 21. First pitch to Reese, taken for a ball. 1-0 on Caleb. She's scored a couple of runs in the ball game, walked, reached on an error. Runner over at first, nobody out. Here's a cold strike, and the count 1-1 now on Kayla Reese. Panetta over at first, nobody out. We've got 4 across in the inning. 21 on the ball game for Mangum. There's a fly ball center field. The park will hold this one, but it goes off the glove of the center fielder. She'll make the catch off the wall, but that's safe, and everybody going to be safe. So Panetta at second base, and Reese with a long fly ball to center field. We'll give her credit for a hit. Here's J.C. Nippert. Now we're going to flip-flop outfielders. It's no bargain out there. Hard to judge the wind, and again, the ball carrying extremely well, and you play on the fence, and then suddenly they dink and dunk right in front of you, and that gets to be frustrating as well. And, of course, if you're the left fielder, Lisa Tockefer, you're just kind of like, ain't nobody hitting me any balls. I'm just kind of standing here. 1-0 pitch on the way. Nippert takes upstairs for ball 2. 2-0 on JC. She has doubled, drove in a run, and scored, and has walked. And is ahead in the count here, 3-0. You know, Nippert does not want the take side from Richard Carney. 3-0 pitch on the way. JC swinging, ground ball to short, knocked down, but everybody going to be safe as the throw now sails off the front of the dugout. Got the appearance that maybe Carson Harrison was, well, that's not Harrison there. Lauren Hayden has gone back to shortstop. She was trying to hit Richard with the softball. Little dance to get out of the way. One of Maddie Lively's teachers was talking earlier about having videos of Maddie dancing, and we wondered where she got those moves. After watching Richard get out of the way of that softball, we now know. Bases loaded, nobody out, 21-1. What do you got for me now? Rogers, ground ball, picked up by the shortstop. She'll flip to second for 1, and that'll be the first out of the inning on the force play. Retired, Nippert, 6-4. Good play by Rosa Martinez to get down and field that one. Rogers on board via the fielder's choice. 1 gone now. Rogers is at first. Reese is over at third. Scoring on that play, by the way, was Panetta. 22-1 now. Runners at the corners for Pence. Dusty takes upstairs for a ball. 1-0 on Dusty. Pence been on board all 3 times. She's singled, homered, and reached on an error. 2 for 3. Batting for the 4th time, and we're in the 2nd inning. There's a shot in the left field. That'll be a base hit. Now it gets by Tockefer in left. Jogging home from third with the 23rd run of the ball game will be Kayla Reese. Winding up at third base on the plate, Nicole Rogers. Pence will go to second, give her an RBI single, and E7 allowing her to advance. Here's Haven Gilbert. Mangum batted around again in the inning. Check the surprise meter on that one. Haven takes the ball. We got a pinch hitter, don't we?
Yeah, Michaela Augustine.
So Michaela Augustine batting in the place of Gilbert. 0-1 on Michaela. Takes outside for a ball. 1-1. Well, I'm glad Bill was behind the plate on that first pitch because that was borderline at best. And had it been Scott, there may have been a family feud over that call. Pitch outside here. And again at 2-1 on Augustine. Michaela batting here in the second. Mangum leading 22-1. Augustine, ground ball through the middle. That'll get by. And a base hit, scoring from third on the play. And that was Victoria Gerald's in there running, wasn't it? Pence will go to third on the play. And an RBI there for Augustine. And Emma Gerald now will hit. She'll take a ball and the count 1-0 on Emma. Gerald's batting in the place of Sarah Rogers. And for all intents and purposes, this will be the last time that Mangum will bat here this afternoon. Gerald's pops it up on the infield. Catcher giving chase, and a nice play there by Adriana Manzanero for out number 2. So Manzanero with a catch. Was in fair territory. Did a good job of getting ready for Mask. And we'll get another pinch hitter here. Zara Zachary will hit. Zara hitting with runners at first and third, and 2 gone here in the second. First pitch to Zachary is a ball, 1-0 on Zara. Mangum has scored 7 in the inning, and they lead 24-1. Called strike, and it's 1-1. Seven runs on 6 hits and 3 errors in the frame. Zachary will take outside for a ball. 2-1 on Zara. Just in the second inning. And we're already in the book where it would be inning number 5. That's how many times Mangum has batted through the lineup here. Little pop-up on the infield, giving chase is the second baseman, first baseman as well. Nobody can get there, and it falls in for a base hit on the infield, and it allows Pence to score from third base. So Zachary, the RBI, kind of the unusual way, but she'll take it any way she can. Pinch hitter for Kyra Hussey. As Richard clears his bench. Pitch inside for a strike. And it's 0-1. Who's number 5 in your program, Katie? Jade Laughlin, who's been a courtesy runner already here this afternoon. 0-1 pitch. Flat for a ball. 1-1. Again, we've got softball coming up on Thursday with the district tournament. Mangum's first game at about 2:30. They'll get the loser of Fairview and Watonga. Fly ball, center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Richard going to hold everybody. As Laughlin has got herself a single to load the bases. Allie Monroe now going to get a chance to hit. For those of you old enough to remember Bob Berry, when he did OU football, and Bob got to be kind of long in the tooth. Monroe, a little ground ball to first, stepping on the bag for out number 3, and the inning will come to an end. But not before Mangum came up with 8 more runs. 8 runs on, 9 hits, 3 errors, and 2 runners left on board. We have played 2, and it's 26-1. Mangum on top. Classic Hits 97.7.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
I'll quickly finish that thought before we go to the top of the third inning. Bob Berry, as he got long into his career, had a hard time seeing what was going on in the football field, and oftentimes you would hear what they call a spotter come over Bob's microphone, and he would just simply repeat whatever that person said. So Katie Carney, kind of my spotter here this afternoon when we get all these bench clearing moments. Richard clearing his bench, and why not leading 25-1 as we go here to the top of the third inning, and barring a huge comeback by Carnegie, this should be the ball game. I think the run rule is 12 after 3, so you're looking at a run differential of 24 right now. I don't see Mangum giving up that many runs this inning. First pitch to Rachel Willis, taken for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Rachel. 0-1 outside for ball one, 1-1 rather. Rachel, the center fielder here this afternoon. Leadoff hitter Lauren Hayden, way back when the ball game began, scored the first run of the ball game. There's a little fly ball out towards left field, and the catch is made for out number 1, Kayla Reese, with the put out. So one gone. But again, Gracie Carroll now will step in. Gracie, the rover this afternoon for Carnegie. Illegal pitch there, and it's 1-0 on Gracie. But if she or Dixon don't get on, Carnegie will not have batted around but one time. There's a ground ball, base hit into right field. Good piece of hitting there by Carroll. She simply went down and served that one into right field for a base hit. So here's Vivian Dixon, the left-hander, who has been pitching. And you could hear Richard to our left say, roll it up the middle. Mangum did that last inning. And a twin killing to end the ball game would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Pitch to Dixon, outside for ball, 1-0. As we mentioned, Lauren Hayden in the on-deck circle scored the only run of the ball game for Carnegie in the first inning. Inside to Dixon, 2-0 now on Vivian. Runner at first, one gone. We play here in inning number 3. Called strike and a count 2-1 on Dixon. Watauga, Fairview, and Mangum district tournament coming up on Thursday. Watauga and Fairview play at 1. The loser plays Mangum at 2:30. The winner will play Mangum at 3. If Mangum's won both of those bowl games, they'll play a championship bowl game at about 5:30. Yeah, they try to get the game-ending double play. A slow roller. Good job by Pence to get it to Rogers, who turned quickly, but give credit to Dixon, the left-hander, getting out of the box quickly. And is aboard on the fielder's choice. So 2 gone. They go back to the top of the order now. And the first pitch to Hayden, taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. Lauren, singled and scored the only run of the ball game for Carnegie. Takes outside for ball 1. 1-1 now on Hayden. Runner at first, 2 gone. Mangum looking for the final out of the ball game. Hayden, little fly ball into left, giving chase and not getting there in time, will be Reese. So the second single of the ball game for Lauren Hayden keeps the ball game alive for Carnegie. And Carson Harrison, a ground ball to Panetta, her first time around at third base. And Tyler says, hit me one more and I'll step on the bag, and this one will be over. Runners at first and second. Carnegie, though, you don't want to be the person that makes the last out of the ball game. Ground ball, third. Panetta knocks it down. Nobody there. She'll throw to second. And they say in time to end the ball game. How about that? Heads up play by Tyler Panetta as she went deep in the hole to grab the softball, and couldn't get back to third base. Instead, fired to second and forced the runner there. The ball game will come to an end, I believe. Carnegie acting like they're going to get their gloves and play again.
I don't know if they're going to do a JV or what.
We're not going to do a JV, I can tell you that much. They're talking about it now, and it's 25-1. I like the play by Panetta to, we think, end the ball game. Richard having a conversation with his girls, and yeah, this one Yeah, this one's going to be over. Bowl game. Yeah, Mangum wins it by a final score of 25-1. We'll be back to give you your totals and wrap it up after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Steve Martin support high school sports. Mickey and Steve offer insurance for property, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Phone 580-782-3827.
Mangum Lady Tigers get the victory here this afternoon in rather pedestrian fashion. 25 runs in the ball game, 21 hits and no errors for the Lady Tigers. Conversely, Carnegie, 1 run, 6 hits, and 6 errors in the ball game. Mangum getting home runs in the contest from Haven Gilbert along with Dusty Pence and Sarah Rogers. Sydney Webb a home run. Kyra Hussey hit one as well. And a grand slam of the ball game for Maddie Lively. And again, Mangum wins it by a final score of 25-1. Next action for the Lady Tigers coming up on Thursday when they host the district. And again, that gets underway. That district tournament gets underway Thursday afternoon, actually at 1 o'clock, as it will be Fairview taking on Watonga. And then at 2:30, Mangum will get the loser of that ball game. At 3 o'clock, or game 3 rather, immediately after, Mangum will take on the winner. And if the Lady Tigers have won both of those contests, then Game 4 will feature Mangum taking on the winner of Fairview and Watonga for a second time. So it'll be interesting to see how it unfolds on Thursday. But right now, Lady Tigers in the driver's seat, especially after an impressive win here today. 25-1 over Carnegie. They are now 22-10 on the year. Richard Carney's bunch. Make sure you join us tomorrow morning for Michael in the Morning. We get underway at 6 o'clock. And Chad Fox now in the afternoons from 1 to 6 here on your home for the Mangum Lady Tigers and Tigers and Classic Hits 97.7.